So, Aleida, can you tell us a bit about your course? What do you study at the moment?
Currently I'm studying fine arts and it's been good so far. I've been able to go in to the studios, which means I'm able to create a lot of things and do photography or painting. Those are the two mediums that I usually use.
Okay, that sounds great. And your course is is foundation course, right?
Yes, I did a foundation course last year before I started my first year.
Okay, and why did you choose to do a foundation course?
For me, I chose to do a foundation course because I felt it would help me get a better insight into university without, I guess, the pressures of first year. So figuring out what I wanted to do. Because for my course with the foundation, we're given options to explore every avenue of art. And then in the eighth week, we were able to choose which one we wanted to pursue for our degree.
Okay. But can you tell us what actually is a foundation course for those that don't know?
Well, I'll first start with a definition. One is from prospects.ac.uk and it defines a foundation year as a stepping stone into the world of higher education, particularly if you don't have the right qualifications to go straight onto a degree program. So maybe you didn't get the grades that you wanted, or you're a bit confused on what you want to do. Doing a foundation course is that kind of passageway into figuring out yourself, figuring out what you want to do with education. And it's where you can get more used to it without having the pressures of normal university life.
Okay, sounds interesting. And in your blog, you mentioned the positives and negatives of a foundation course. Could you just tell us, in your opinion, what are the benefits of doing a foundation course for you?
A lot of benefits. There's a lot of benefits. For me, the biggest one would be that I was able to slowly progress my way into university life without feeling like the same pressures like my friends were feeling, because first year is like different for everybody, and I felt if I jumped straight into first year I wouldn't have had the experience I would have gained if I hadn't have done a foundation. Doing the foundation course helped me a lot to experiment with different mediums and different processes of art. Obviously I'm speaking from my degree's experience, but it's similar for each degree. It helps you to like experiment with what you want to do and see every avenue that you can enter.
Okay. And what would you say the downsides of doing a foundation course is?
I think in terms of the foundation degree itself, there aren't a lot of downsides. Maybe if you're coming in from A levels of college, a foundation degree is like starting university. So you would still, I guess, feel kind of at the beginning out of your depth because university is hard whether you do a foundation degree or not. And I guess another one would be more so what other people will say, because there's a lot of misconceptions about doing foundation courses because people just think it's because you didn't get the grades or because you're like not smart enough to go straight into university, or that they think for my degree specifically that it's just a year to like muck about and not do anything. So that's what I would say the negatives were and are for me.
And how did you deal with the criticism or the stigma that came with doing a foundation course?
I guess first I had to keep reminding myself that it's for me that I was doing a foundation course because I wanted to know more about art in general, and trying to hold less value on people's opinions, specifically since they don't really know a lot about art in general. The majority of people that were saying like negative things towards a foundation degree. Usually people don't really know a lot about it, so when they say stuff, I'll either have to inform them or just ignore what they say. And also, I think a way to deal with it is just stepping out of a place of, I guess, resentment towards people, because it can get annoying when people are like constantly telling you that you weren't smart enough, or maybe that your foundation is easy and stuff, when it is like just as difficult as doing a university degree going straight in. So I guess to round up, I would just say thinking about why you're doing it and not holding people's opinions of high value at a high value. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any final advice? Not limited to the foundation course, but for university in general. Do you have any foundation? Do you have any final advice?
I guess what I can say is university, it's not all negative. Like, it's not just working and that's it. I feel if you go to university and all you get is a degree, then in my opinion, you've done university wrong. It's also a great way to discover different things that you want to do besides your degree, and to be able to meet new people and to be able to explore different avenues or businesses and have fun as well, and learn how to balance your studies and education with like your social life and everything. And another one I can say is to trust God with your hardships, because university isn't easy. So having that relationship with God will definitely help you. Yeah, that's what I can say.